When did you see someone earn respect instantly? Private James Walker showed up to our unit looking like he belonged in a boy band, not a combat zone. Baby face, soft voice, barely looked 18. The guys immediately started calling him Princess and treating him like a mascot. We were 3 months into deployment in Iraq when our convoy got hit by a massive IED outside Fallujah. The blast flipped our lead vehicle completely over, trapping Sergeant Martinez underneath with flames starting to spread from the engine compartment. Everyone was stunned, ears ringing, trying to figure out what just happened. That's when Walker moved. No hesitation, no fear, just pure instinct. He sprinted toward the burning Humvee while the rest of us were still shaking our heads clear. The vehicle was completely upside down, Martinez screaming from underneath, pinned by the turret assembly. Fuel was leaking everywhere, flames getting bigger by the second. Walker dropped to his stomach and Army crawled under that death trap. "Get back here, Princess," our team leader yelled. "That thing's about to blow." Walker ignored him completely. Started working to free Martinez with his bare hands, trying to lift a piece of armor that probably weighed 300 pounds. The heat was so intense we could feel it from 30 feet away. That's when we found out why Walker never talked about his background. Kid had been a volunteer firefighter since he was 16. His dad was fire chief back in small town Ohio. He'd been running into burning buildings when most of us were playing video games. "I need a Jack or pry bar," he shouted, calm as if he was changing a tire. No panic, no emotion, just focused determination. Martinez was losing consciousness from smoke inhalation. Walker made a decision that still gives me chills. He positioned himself under the vehicle, put his back against the frame, and started lifting with his legs. This skinny kid who looked like he belonged in a library somehow found the strength to lift that Humvee enough for Martinez to crawl out. We grabbed Martinez and dragged him clear just as the fuel tank exploded. The fireball was massive, melted the paint off vehicles 50 yards away. If Walker had hesitated for even 10 seconds, both of them would have been incinerated. But here's what really earned our respect. After we got back to base, Walker didn't say a word about what he'd done. No bragging, no war stories, nothing. Just cleaned his gear and went about his business like it was routine. Martinez was medevaced with third-degree burns and a broken leg, but he lived. Before they loaded him on the helicopter, he grabbed Walker's hand and said, "You saved my life, brother. I owe you everything." Walker just nodded and said, "That's what we do for each other." Word spread through the entire battalion within hours. The baby-faced kid who everyone had dismissed as weak had shown more courage than most of us would in our entire careers. Nobody called him Princess after that. Hell, nobody dared disrespect him at all. Veterans with multiple deployments would ask his opinion on tactics. Officers started including him in planning sessions. The crazy part was how it changed him too. Walker started speaking up more, taking leadership roles, making decisions. It was like saving Martinez had unlocked something inside him that he didn't know existed. 6 months later, Walker got promoted to specialist ahead of guys who'd been in longer. Nobody complained. He'd earned it. He stayed in for 8 years, became a sergeant, trained hundreds of soldiers. Every new guy who came through heard the story of how the quiet kid lifted a burning Humvee off a trapped soldier. Martinez came back from medical leave with scars covering half his body. First thing he did was find Walker and give him a bear hug that lasted about 5 minutes. They're still friends today. Martinez is a fire chief now, inspired by Walker's example. Walker became a paramedic after leaving the Army.